What's up, guys? Gundam fan, welcome back. And today we're looking at this guy.
What was that?
I am a Gundam.
Excuse me. All right, well, welcome back, guys. And this week we're taking a look at this thing, which was sent to me by the lovely Lily Frey, which was a bit of a surprise a few weeks ago. They said they were sending me some boxes over for Christmas, and it was like a big surprise. So this is a Full Mechanics version of the aerial from Witch of Mercury from AliExpress. I don't know the company. The box is very vague, but it's got a very nice marble prism looking imagery. So you might have seen the images floating around of what this thing looks like on the internet. You might have seen it and thought, it looks nice, and then you've got about your day. So yeah, we're going to be taking a look at this, what's in the box today. Mine, it suffered. The postal service, the carrier that they chose to bring this to me was Yodel, and this is maybe not their fault. But this is obviously travelled and it's battered and whatnot. So depending on where they send it to and who picks up the tender when it gets to the UK, it could be Every, it could be Yodel, it could be DPD. They're the cheaper ones, and sometimes you're not getting the service that you want, but you you haven't got no control over that, unfortunately. So it's luck of the draw. When you're sending stuff out of the country, I highly recommend you don't use any of those carriers if you want a peace of mind and the product to get to the destination with a little risk as possible. But anyway, this is obviously been battered. There's even a staple. They've even stapled this rather than using adhesives. It's no expense spared. But what's inside makes up for it. So the box is just plain. There are some markings on the side in Chinese, shipping and warehousing stuff. But it's FMLL08. I don't know if they've done others. I don't know if they're doing more. This is a bit of an oddity. It's random, and we're going to take a look at it right now. All right, so in the box, the very, very battered and torn, and poor thing. The good thing is the inner carton is corrugated, so it's got somewhat of a shock absorbent property to it. And inside the box, I have had a look. I have opened this up on stream just to show the guys, because the box turned up while I was live streaming, so I undone the box and got some of the things out. But I'm going to debag this. I don't normally debag on my unboxings, but I'm going to debag this just so I can showcase the effect of the clear armor for the kit. Sorry about the ASMR. And here we are. Look at that. It's like a smoke clear plastic. Actually, I think the prism's on the inside. And what they've done is they've got like a clear translucent mold, and then they've just sprayed the prism effect on the inside, like a rainbow oily prism effect on the inside, which then bleeds through underneath. It's always best, because the effect isn't on the plastic, it's under the plastic, and that's the best way to deal with translucent plastic. So if you want the effect to shine through, like anything, like for example like candies and stuff like that, if you spray them underneath and not on top, you get this really nice effect coming through on the plastic, and also it doesn't rub off because it's underneath. So I used to do my radio control car molds, the translucent car molds back in the day. Used to spray them from underneath. And the inner frame is a plastic injection like gunmetal, and it is a 1-to-1 of the Full Mechanics aerial mold, I believe. The plastic feels really good. The molding looks just like Bandai's. Apart from any sort of like sprue markings and stuff, you could be forgiven at thinking this is an actual Bandai sprue, like in hand. The quality of the plastic, the quality of the mold. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't think this cost that much either. I think it's quite cheap. I don't know the actual price of it. This is the blade for the rifle, Ariel's rifle. There is some scratch, some damage on this plastic. Oh, hang on, is it damage? Yeah, plastic's got some scratching to it, but you might be able to buff that out. So that's a nice purple instead of the green or blue I think the Full Mechanics gets. That's kind of cool. So you get like an Exia style gun blade. This is more of the inner frame, which has got fairly nice detailing. It's okay. Like I said, the Full Mechanics aren't necessarily some parts that have fallen off. Got some parts there, but they look okay. These parts are attached by the ports, so and the connection circle, so they're going to be okay. More of the prism armor, which looks really nice. When this thing's going to be when this thing's complete, it's going to look really good. So yeah, like I said, the Full Mechanics aren't necessarily known for their detail. They're just, they're like an upscaled high grade, but with a few extra steps. So it's in between like a master grade and a HG, so it's like a middle ground. This is the gun generators or the permit system in a really nice metallic chrome red, which really pops. It's kind of nice. It's a shame they didn't add a blue one. And there is some other clear parts here. This is like a mauve clear, which is going to add like a contrast between the two. And this is clear as well. It's like the waist units and the feet and the head crest and the eyes. The same here again. You're going to get another set of eyes and a head crest. So if you lose these parts or if one breaks, you've got spares. Because you get, obviously, and you get another waist unit as well. Because there's 2 feet, obviously you're going to get 2 sprues. There's another clear piece here. Sorry, this is the eyes. My bad. The other one must have been like the face or something. And another. It's a really dark mauve, but it is translucent. You can see through it. It's just really dark. It's going to look nice with a backlight up against it. There is a pilot figure in here. Whether that is Senator Mercury's remains to be seen. Looks male. But if it is a 1-to-1, yeah. Senator Mercury. Oh, and these are the bits. This sprue is warped ever so slightly. Hopefully the parts won't be affected too much. But yeah, it's a lovely prism effect. Now this part here has been crushed in, so I'm hoping this is going to be alright. These are the bits and some of the head armor and backhand armor. It does come with stickers, not dry rubs, which is a shame. These are really thin stickers on a very thin carrier sheet. It's not thick like or paper like the Bandai version. But the stickers are still thick enough to have a visual issue when you see like the carrier film around the edge. But on top of the clear prism armor, you might get away with it. I might put a couple on and see if it elevates the kit. If it looks trash, I'll just take them off because I'm not a fan of stickers whatsoever. And no amount of cope is gonna change my mind. Even if you use like a thick clear coat to sort of like layer over, not a fan. I'd rather use dry decals. Okay, we've got some flat blade beam saber effect parts, which are warped as well. You know, I am convinced that these travel over in container ships, so they might have come over to Europe because the shipping was pretty fast. Might have come directly from China, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure sometimes they just ship stuff over into hangars and warehouses for quicker shipping. Like consignments over, and then like when say a store in the UK, like AliExpress UK, whatever, they might have a consignment in Europe for quicker shipping, and the container ships might have travelled across the oceans in the summer, got hot, and you have warped plastic because essentially containers are ovens when you heat them up. This is, I was speaking over this, these two are just plain clear. They're like a smoke clear. So there's 3 types of clear on this kit: the purple, the prism, 4, sorry, the effect parts, the prism armor, the purple translucent, and the smoky translucent. This will be for the permit system. So you get 2 of those. And more of the inner armor, the chunkier parts like the rifle and the shield base, backpack, waist and stuff. It's a nice enough injection color molded plastic, although I'm not really a fan of it because of all the swirly temperature marks that you get in that. I'm not a fan of that at all. I'd rather paint metallics rather than have metallic injection. And again, more clear smoke for the waist, the backpack, some of the bits, and contrasting bits. That's going to be really cool to build. Inside there is this instruction, which is separate to the manual, so that's kind of weird. I don't know whether this is a new way of doing the cockpit. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, bear that in mind. It does come with another instruction because you might need those steps that might not be in here. This looks like it's been completely ripped from the FM artwork, and they've just like used some sort of MS Paint to sort of put it together. It's a very, very washed out images. Dear, look at how underexposed they look. Oh, dear me. Yeah, oh man. Yeah, this is like, it's like a photocopy. This has got to be one of the most bold manuals I've ever seen, where it's just they've just gone like, okay, copy it, print it, resize it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you get the idea of how to put it together. As poor as it is, and as badly represented as it is, essentially it is the Bandai Full Mechanics instruction manual, but they've ripped it off. It's a complete rip off. It is a bootleg. You know, obviously support Bandai, because without Bandai and their technicians and their artists and stuff like that, and their licenses and whatnot, we wouldn't have Gunpla. You know, there are some stuff out of China that's coming out. It's really nice, like the motor nuclear stuff, which has got nothing to do with Bandai, or bootlegs or ripping off. It's all like a, you know, Ming Dynasty sort of era mecha, which is really cool, like Chinese lore. All that sort of stuff, and stuff like the Sky Defender, and you know, other third-party Chinese kits, which are generally nothing to do with Bandai. They're not ripped off anything. They're their own designs, their own companies, their own products. So they are essentially first company items from China. But these bootlegs are direct rip-offs off of Bandai. There's another piece there that I just found in the bag. So these are rip-off. They are, you know, taking the piss out of the license, and I hope that's not a part. I got a sneaky suspicion that this part in the bag is a broken piece, because that looks like that snapped straight off. So I'm going to put that in there just in case. That needs to be cemented back on. So yeah, these things, you know, I don't know whether they do damage Bandai or whatnot, purely because it's not like a one-to-one. They've done something different with like the armor, so it's kind of like, you know, you've already got yourself a Full Mechanica aerial. Would you like this version? Rather than it be like a one-to-one completely, like white armor and everything else, and it's just like a cheaper version to sort of undercut Bandai's market. But this particular kit is a completely different style. So, you know, apparently you can put this armor on a Full Mechanic Bandai product because it's one-to-one. I've yet to see that. I've got a Full Mechanics upstairs of the aerial, and I've got the Cosmos set for it as well, and I might see if I can put this armor on the already built Full Mechanic aerial. You know, I'm not going to say, oh, everyone should run out and get a bootleg, but, you know, the fact of the matter is they're around, they're always going to be around, and there are people who love getting bootlegs just to try them out, check them out, laugh at them, and just show how ridiculous they can be. So that, you know, they are what they are. I'm not going to sit on any sort of like soapbox and say, oh, you shouldn't get a bootleg, or you should get bootlegs. It's completely up to you. You know, your morals and your sensibilities. You know, it's all down to you. I like just unboxing things and checking them out and building them, and, you know, enjoying them for what they are, because Bandai have had a lot of money from me over the years, so, you know, it's not like I'm tied to them in terms of guilt or loyalty. So this is the Prism. I'm calling it the Prism. It's probably got a completely different official name, but it's the Full Mechanics Fluid OA. I don't know. But yeah, it looks all right. It's come pretty battered up, and some parts are probably broken and bent and twisted. But I'm going to be building this on Boxing Day. So if you want to see this on the time of recording, which is the 22nd, or Tuesday the 23rd, yeah, the 23rd of December, this is going to go out. I'll be building this on Boxing Day for a Boxing Day build stream. So thank you so much, everyone. If you got this far, please consider liking the video and subscribing. It really helps. Any engagement down below. Comment on your worst bootleg experience. And you guys really help the videos out with likes, subscribes, and comments and stuff. It's engagement which puts the video to other people and so on. And with your help, the videos can grow and get out there. And I really appreciate all of you that take the time to watch the videos, especially what people that get this far. And everyone that isn't subscribed already, a lot of the people that watch these videos aren't subscribed. At least 50% of you, which is pretty low, which is pretty cool, because some videos you see on the internet that are 90% of viewers aren't subscribed and only 20% are subscribed. But with me, it's only 50% of you, and I am absolutely amazed at that ratio. So thank you. And Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm not going to speak to you before then. So everyone have a happy holiday, whatever you're doing. If you celebrate Christmas or you don't, have a great time. See your family, eat, drink, be part of it. And I will see you soon. Bye.
'Cause I have $30,000 in credit card debt. When they call, I tell them I can't pay it back yet. Credit card